Hello and welcome back to the Minecraft Guide, or at least a sort of informal version of it. This is a follow-up video where I basically cover some useful applications of all of the rules and the parts covered in the two-part section of the Redstone Guide, the first part being over parts and the second part being over mechanics. And while learning everything that came out of those two separate guides about parts and mechanics, that's all good and well, but if you don't have a practical application of everything that's taught in those videos, then what's the point in knowing any of that information, right? So, in this particular video, I'm going to be showing you a plausible application of not only a redstone inversion tower, but also of what's known as a dropper pipe and a hopper pipe. While I'm at it, I might as well show you that as well. Hopper pipes allow you to move inventories vertically across a, not vertically, horizontally across a distance. An example of it would be right here on my redstone harvested farm. It uses water up the top coming out of the pipes. But what happens with this particular setup is that water comes out back there, it breaks all of the crops, and the current flows all of the crops down into these hoppers. Now the hoppers are connected to each other, so the hoppers pick up the items, or the wheat, the carrots, and the potatoes that float on top of them. They go down into the inventory of the hoppers, and if I just put some cobblestone in, you can see that it's reducing. But they all feed into this hopper right here at some point, and this hopper feeds right into the chest, as you can see. All of the cobblestone is coming back to me. So that's the purpose of a hopper pipe. It allows you to move inventories vertically downward in a very safe manner, but also horizontally. Now, moving things upward, vertically upward, is a bit of a different story, and it requires some more precise use of redstone, and that's where a hopper pipe comes in. Now, I'm not going to show you how to build a hopper pipe in my survival world here. Instead, I'm going to show you how to do it in a creative flat world. So I'm just going to switch over to that, and I'm going to show you how to build a vertical dropper pipe. Okay, so here I am in a flat world. I've got all the materials that I need. I've got stone and wood for blocks, and I've also got droppers, hoppers, redstone, torches, repeater, and redstone comparator and a lever. So, you know, I'm going to be switching out items as I need them. I don't really have a plan for exactly how I'm going to show all of this to you, but the first thing that I'm going to cover are the hoppers. So, the first thing that I'm just going to go ahead and nab is a chest. I'm going to put this down, and this is how a hopper pipe works. So this is the chest that you want all of your stuff flowing into, say. The way that you want to do that, if, say, you wanted to deposit things in a room a ways down off to the side, is that you hold down Shift to bypass opening the chest's inventory. Normally, you know, you right-click to place a block, and you also right-click to open a chest. So to avoid opening a chest when you want to place a block next to it, you just hold down Shift, and it suspends the ability. But as you can see, this hopper has connected itself to the inventory. Normally, if you put a hopper down, that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like whenever it's connected to an inventory. So by doing that, you just hook them up like so. And now, if I go ahead and just grab a big stack of stuff, I can toss some blocks on top of the hopper and it'll pick them up. Obviously a very messy way to do it, just chucking things on top of the hopper. But it's picking things up and it's moving it through the inventories actually quite quickly. And it's moved it all the way down to the chest. And similarly, I can do that with normal acacia wood here that I have. And see, it's reducing the number pretty quickly. And it's all just flowing into the chest. So that's how a hopper pipe works. And on a similar note, it's also possible to do this vertically if I just hold Shift and continue jumping. And I'll just remove that one right there. Put another chest down. Hook a hopper up to it. There we go. It should feed all the way straight down. So if I just add something to the top, add some sand in, and it should come all the way down, see, into the chest. So vertically downward, and you know, you don't have to do something this expensive because hoppers are not cheap to make. But, you know, it's a feasible alternative. to, say, having a pit and then just randomly chucking your items down and hoping that they all go into a hopper that you place at the bottom of a pit or something. So that's how that works. Now on to the more complicated structure of a dropper pipe. Now, as shown with these, they move them horizontally or vertically downward, but a dropper pipe is the only way to move items vertically upward while guaranteeing that you're not going to lose anything. So, naturally, as I showed in both of the Minecraft guides, actually, hoppers will eject things from their inventory when they receive a redstone pulse. And similarly, you can build a timer to get this to happen really, really quickly. So, utilizing both a timer and a series of droppers, as well as a redstone inversion tower, you can create a vertical item dropper pipe. So, really quickly, the other thing is that droppers, they can be placed to face in any direction. Look off in the distance there, you can see the build for the piston door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a tower of these that are all feeding upward. Then I'm going to place a chest right there. And now it's possible, in fact, this works in really good tandem right here, because if I take another chest, say you build this into a wall, something like this, and you hide the pipe behind a wall, now all of a sudden you have a great place to drop your items in, and likewise you can put some stuff around it and put a chest on top. Now all you have to do is deposit your items into the chest, and they'll go up the dropper pipe. Go ahead and build yourself a platform, and you've got a deposit chest, like maybe down in the mines, to throw your stuff into. It'll get pulled out through the hoppers and then put into this particular dropper right here, and they'll all go straight up. Now, how to activate the droppers is another story. So, as many of you probably already know from watching the Redstone guide, it is possible to power all of this by simply building a big redstone inversion chain, torch over block, block torch pattern. There you go. And everything should get carried all the way up to the top here. I'm just going to go ahead and put in a platform very, very quickly. And hopefully this guide is helping you guys, because, like, most of the stuff that I go through when making a guide, I have a script ready, I have a plan, I know exactly where I'm going to go, or I practice what I'm doing. This particular video, I'm not prepared, I don't have anything planned. So the next step is to make certain that there's a way for you to activate this. So naturally, because you can charge a block in Minecraft, what I like to do is I put a torch somewhere, just like right here. I'm going to go ahead and open that up so I know exactly where to put the next block down. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the wire back this way, and it's connecting into the blocks. So if I hit that lever, there you go, it's lit. It's all wired up properly. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to hook it into a redstone timer. So, redstone timer, as I showed in the guide, is built like this. Hook it up like so, then carry the wire back around. And it's entirely possible to condense this design a whole lot more and make it fit into a tighter area. I'm just doing it very sloppily right here. In fact, it's probably not that bad of an idea to go ahead and put the timer in right here. In fact, why don't I do that right now? I'll go ahead and put the timer in right there as opposed to over here, and hook it all up so I use up a little bit less space. There we go. There you go. Uses up a whole lot less space this way. And now, this design, go ahead and set that to 2 so it doesn't burn any of the torches out. What's going to happen is that this lever over here is going to power the block, it'll charge this block. The wire will take the charge from the block, send it down into the comparator, and feed it off into this wire. Now what's going to happen is that the charge is going to go into this repeater, and it's going to come in the side, stronger than the power coming in the back, which will shut this off for a brief period before it turns back on. And then it's going to, but at the same time, it's going to branch off this way, it's going to charge this block shut this torch off, which will allow the torch on the block above to turn on, and all of these will be inverted. And the signal will continue to flash, which means that each individual dropper is going to trigger over and over, moving items up the pipe, as it were. So, if I just go ahead and spawn in some acacia wood, I'll just drop all of that into the chest, hit the lever, see, and that clicking that you're hearing is the sound of a dropper that doesn't have anything to move. So if you hear no clicking whenever this system is on, it means stuff is moving. But if you hear clicking, it means that the system is empty. There's nothing inside. And as you can see, it's getting filled up with stuff. And it's actually moving up the dropper pipe so fast that some of these aren't even showing anything coming in. But if I skip up to the top here, you can see stuff coming up. Now, naturally, this is a little bit slow. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. If I turn it down to the bottom, it's going to work a whole lot faster, but these torches are flashing so fast they're burning out, which actually causes larger problems overall, so I always have it set to 2. But that is exactly how you build a dropper pipe. Ooh, sounds like some of the stuff is empty there. And that clicking noise is hellishly annoying, so just fill it up with some more stuff. But yeah, that's how you build an item dropper pipe, a vertical dropper pipe for that matter. I hope you guys found that useful. And just let it be known that I did not come up with this. I did find this design somewhere on the internet. I don't remember who came up with it or how. I'm not laying claim to coming up with this. I'm just showing you how to build it. So, there's your vertical item dropper pipe. I'm William Strife, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.